Man, just got back from San Diego Comic-Con. I know it's still going on as the time of me shooting this video, but we only had a couple of days that we were going to be there, and we got to get back to work. Fulfillment's about to start. Just a lot of stuff that I still have to do. I'm be working a lot to these next weeks, and I just want to let you in on my experience. I had a great time. For those of you that didn't know, I was there to do a few different things. First and foremost, we were linking with Gabe El-Taib, who was the colorist of both ISOM 1 and ISOM 2. We also had a panel, joined the Independent Filmmakers Survival Guide panel with Chris Gore. Big shout out to him. And that was great, by the way. And we'll talk about that a little bit here in a bit. I went then again, linking up with Gabe El-Taib, doing some signings, meetups, all that stuff. And then I linked up with CGC, who we've done a lot of business with over the last year. And I was doing some signings there as well. Great time. I had a blast. It was all love. Every interaction that we had was 100%, positive. I had so many different veterans that would come up to me. And it was also people that were in our pocket of the internet that had booths there. Lepresti was there, and Lepresti was there. Billy Tucci was there. Finally got to meet him face to face, as well as Dan Fraga. And big shout out to those guys. And between them and everybody else, it was just constant positivity. It was encouraging, loving what it is that we were doing here at the Rippaverse, basically demanding that I don't stop. They loved what it was doing for the industry. And look, that's what it's about. It's a constant reminder that internet's just, it can be weird sometimes, especially social media websites like Twitter. It's not real life. Even though we do these videos and we talk about these weirdos that are in this industry, they exist 100%. And a lot of them have some control with the industry, but they are a very vocal minority there. I will argue that most of the people aren't one way or the other. It's more of indifference, and they just want to read some comics, and that's all they really care about. And those folks, it's just been nothing but love. It was nothing but love, positivity there. I had myself. It was obviously I was there, but I had members of my team there. Who was there? Brandon was there, as well as Alex, financial operations manager. So they were there with us. They had a great time as well. And again, everybody was welcoming. I can show you guys some of the stuff here. So of course I was there. Yeah, Alex had a video right here of us doing some signings at Gabe El-Taib's booth. And big shout out to Gabe for having us there twice. He didn't have to do that. He was actually only, maybe some of the other vendors did, but he had a bunch of the ISOMs there, ISOM 1 that he is, and I know he sold out of one of the covers that he had. By the end of the weekend, those are for sure going to be all gone, so it's good business for him. And it was just a great opportunity linking up with him. Again, the colorist of the first project that was released through the Rippaverse. And again, all the fans, all the supporters, some guys I had met in other cities, so they were traveling. And just, it was incredible to see, obviously, the reception. And just, I love boots to the ground and having that conversation and interactive with the people that make this thing go. You guys are the reason that we do this, and it's important that when we do get a chance. We can't do as many as, let's say, some of the other artists and whatnot do, because at least I can't, because I'm the business owner, so I can't be everywhere. But when I can, I want to make sure it is that we're doing this. So we had a great time doing the signings there. The panel happened right after that first signing. Shout out to the entire panel. Neurotic joined us last minute, actually. And shout out to him. Of course, Chris was there. Got to finally meet everybody that was there. Even some people that were in the audience I seen some of them in other cities. Like, of course, Anna, that Star Wars girl, she was there. Hung out with her a little bit, as well as some others that were there. It was just a great time. And the room was packed. It was to capacity. There's no more seats left with people standing around the outskirts. There was no more seats left. So even though I was there last minute, even Gary jumped on that as well. I want to say last minute, I mean, you had a few weeks that we knew that we were going to do it, but it wasn't like I was saying this months out. And still, Comic-Con is not an easy thing. You can't just really just get tickets and go day of. Sometimes it's not that easy. So for us to have the turnout that we had, it is a testament to this audience and how much this stuff resonates with everybody. We had a couple of milestones, by the way. We hit 29K books while we were gone. But there's a lot of video out there of the actual panel, me talking about so many different things as well. You can see the panel right there, the room that is. There were some great questions that were asked there as well. Sick cosplays there, their space. And it's funny. I talked about this before. It's like just seeing these pictures. How most pictures I'm like, you know, I would say most of them I'm the bigger guy in the picture, and you know I'm almost 6. Brandon, we have this joke. I always try to undersell myself. I got shoes on. I'm 6 foot. Right, 5'11". Otherwise, and I'm always talking about that. But you know, Gabe's like 6'5", almost 6'5". He's huge. He's a massive cat. And you know, I get these videos or these pictures where I'm like the biggest dude there, and then I get the pictures with Gabe, and it's like he's huge, man. CGC, big shout out to them for having us. Josh over there, Brittany over there. I love doing business with CGC. We love doing business with them. They have been a great asset for us. Shortbox, obviously, out. It was a good experience for my man's Alex as well. He's also a member of Backwards. Some people brought that up as that were there, recognizing him. Yes, we have actually 2 members that work within the Riververse that are members of my band as well. Alex obviously being one of those. And I actually met Dean Kane. You can see his name right here. He's coming out with a comic book with Gabe El-Taib. And I got to meet Dean for the first. We've talked a lot. And man, also talking with him, man, Dean's such a just a class act, man. He's just a regular guy, man. And again, very encouraging, man. The first thing he brought up was the success, obviously, of the Riververse over the last year. Just incredibly encouraging, man. And to have guys like that on your side and being supportive of you, it certainly means a lot. So I did get to meet Dean Kane. Shout out to him and everybody that was involved. And man, it was just all around great time. You can see some of these pictures. More are going to be, of course, being released as well. But we had a great time. It was all love. There wasn't any. I know these people, because I get it. People are crazy. There are some crazy people out there. And, you know, I understand when folks are like, you got to be careful, because if you're on Twitter, you see the way some people talk about me. You had that one guy who was like, hey, if you had anybody that's over there at San Diego Comic-Con, go punch someone or whatever, talking about us. That nobody's running up. Definitely once people fill out. By the way, I don't know where these narratives came from. It's 2 narratives that are weird. One that was fat, but on the other hand, it was also skinny. So I guess I was skinny fat. And also, what's another one? I was short. And people find that out the hard way. Like, don't run up on anybody on this side. Like, just don't. This is stupid. I understand that we can have our disagreements on comics and stuff, but don't let that kind of make you angry enough to where you want to do something that is silly. And Twitter's Twitter, man. All that gum bumping, that's usually contained to the internet. Okay, that's not a thing that we deal with when we go out. And I'm out in public a lot. I've been out in public, obviously, a lot with my band. I'm out in public doing engagements. It's all love, man. It's all love, and people need that reminder. Get out there, man. Like, I know that because of these, we're always on them. And it can feel like everybody's as combative as they are, and online, yeah. But in the real world, it's just not like that. It's just not. That's just not how it is. And it's been nothing but love to these events that we go to. And again, thankful. Very accommodating. San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of the staff came by and they were showing us a lot of love. Went out of their way to make sure that they caught me to say, "Hey, man, we love what it is that you do." And I'm appreciative of that. So everybody that was there working, doing their thing, it was nice to meet you all. And I want to do more of these, but we got to kind of pick and choose our spots, because we do have a business that we have to run. And as we grow and we get more stable, maybe I can do a little more. But I also need to write. Just so many different things that I got to do. So big shout out to everybody. Shout out to CGC. Shout out to San Diego Comic-Con. Chris Gore, Nerdrotic, everybody that was part of the Film Threat, and everybody part of course, the the panel that we were on. I know I'm missing some names. I'm sorry, but thanks to you all. But we're getting back to work. Again, big shout out to everybody.